We're out, we're in the middle of the crops. Look at the views. There's the path. That's Haysborough Church. And somewhere way down there is Tomo. Come on, let's fast forward. Right, Tomo, where are we going?
So.
Okay. Of all the roads to run down, I'm going to say Grub Street is one of my favourites. It's about 1.1, 1.2 miles long. It's a nice road to run down, isn't it, Tomo? Yeah. Right, let's carry on. We're out. Tomo's on the comeback. How's it feeling, Tomo? You've been off, unable to run, but now you're just starting, yep?
Yeah, it's really hard.
It is hard, but look, you'll get there. Just take it nice and steady. You know, there's no rush, plenty of time. There's no A races lined up for you, is there?
No.
So this is just about enjoying the surroundings. And look at us. You've got to take it all in. Somewhere over there is the lighthouse. Right, I'm out and about on location here to meet special guest. This is a guy really needs no introduction to you all, but he was probably in the Long Eaton Running Club. I'm going to say how many years? 20 years with Long Eaton Running Club. He was certainly there. He was the men's captain when I was there. He was a guy that demanded respect and you looked up to. Therefore, there can only be one person I'm talking about. It is, of course, John Birch. Out with John Birch. He's left Long Eaton Running Club. When did you leave? 2007, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 2010. Like that, yeah. And where will we find him? We find him on the Norfolk coast. We've had to travel 150 miles for this catch up. But for a lot of people, Birchie, you were a part of the foundations of Long Eaton Running Club. You kept it going for a number of years. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, I think so. I tried to push things on and get more and more people involved and get involved in national relays and much more team competitions and stuff rather than us just going out. So there was an opportunity for people to push themselves if they wanted to.
And the legacy lives on. We are going to have a chat as we run, but for the minute, look, this is where we are. And we're here because Birchie, he doesn't live too far away from here, do you now, Birchie? You are a resident of East Anglia.
That's right, I am.
You are. We're almost going to call you a local. Right then, Birchie, tell us, how did you get into running? When did it start?
I used to be a track athlete at school. My dad was a track athlete for Birchfield Harriers back in the day, and I used to do a bit of cross country, but I was also a bit obsessed with football, so everything moved around playing football. And then when I packed up doing that, just of a knee injury, not surprisingly, I sort of got onto the running far more seriously and mixed it up a bit, and I was recommended by Jerry Hall to join Long Eaton.
So what year would that have been?
95.
Okay. So we finished with football and we started running. And did you find you were naturally gifted at it? Because
not really, I don't think so. I think my dad might have thought I've overachieved a bit really, because I wasn't particularly outstanding at cross country and stuff when I was at school. But I used to go down Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Thursdays tried to keep up with Jerry Hall and Nicky Lees and Andy Mack, and stay with them for a mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles, and eventually I ended up, you know, being up in that, not that quality, but near the front of the Long Eaton people and running the East Mids and Notts Road Race Leagues and getting up in the top 20. So,
well, you were good. You were good for a long period of time, a number of years. I would certainly say when I was there, up to 2010, you were always competitive, weren't you?
Yeah.
I always worked hard.
Yeah, I did. I took it quite seriously. That's how my mindset works. Once I get onto something, I have to give it 110% or whatever, so I don't do it half-heartedly.
No, that's...
Look at diet and recovery and getting warm after a race and getting warmed up properly, and
it was all very well meticulously planned with you. And is it still the same to this day?
It's a bit loose on. I do sort of warm up and warm down, but it's not as thorough. But of course we've had this situation recently where we've not really had the opportunity to race properly, so it's got a bit slacker because of that, really.
But I'd say that you are a racer. You was always someone that would enter lots of races.
Yeah. Yes.
But of course, the Long Eaton vest was then changed for the Matlock Athletic Club vest.
That's right. Still blue though.
Still blue. Always a dark blue.
Yeah.
Not a sky blue. And that was a change brought about by geography in terms of...
Yeah, we moved really. We kept coming to Long Eaton for a long time because Carol's mum lived in Breaston, so we combined it, came home after work, did the running club, had a drink and then went home from there. But eventually that got quite a bit tiring when we moved up to Worksworth and Matlock, so eventually I took the plunge and moved.
Well, and as we always said, Matlock's gain was Long Eaton's loss. Now Birchie, I ask all my interviewees 3 questions. Okay, so I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
And now you've got no time to prepare, but what has been your favourite ever race? And you have done quite a lot. So it doesn't need to be about time, it could be about views,
Probably,
how you felt.
Probably when we did the national relays one of the times in Sutton Park, and I managed to get the top 12 runners out I could, and everybody ran to the best and we finished really quite high up for a provincial club like ours.
Yeah.
And yes, everything came together on the day, availability, and so it was a good day to be captain of Long Eaton Running Club.
Well, I would suggest that says a lot about Birchie, not looking out for himself, saying a run that he got his best time at, but a run that brought people together and worked at the club. That is Birchie to a T. Now then, second question: if you go out for a run nowadays,
Yeah.
what distance is your favourite distance just to go and run?
Probably still 10k really, but maybe my favourite session would be half a k warm up and then a 5 mile put my foot down and then half a k back down, so, or a k each way, and that makes 10k, doesn't it, because 5 miles is 8k. Yeah,
That's a classic session.
yeah.
That is great, Birchie. And third question: if you could run anywhere in the world, where would you be running?
Well, there's a marathon in Cuba, which is nowhere near Havana, but goes through all the countryside and stuff, and I've always fancied running that one. Obviously it won't be very quick and I'll have to be off sun protectors and all that sort of stuff, but that always appeals to me.
Well, if you're out in Cuba taking in Havana, you never know, one day you may see Birchie coming past as you sit there in your old American convertible. But Birchie, it's been a good few years since we've ran together like this, so we're turning back the clock from a wet Tuesday in Long Eaton to a sunny morning in Norfolk. It's been a blast, Birch, to catch up with you. We will see you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Right, we're on the cliff top. As you can see, there is the sea. A pretty good view, isn't it? Pretty good. And there's Tomo, miles up there. Okay, we're at the site of some real coastal erosion. With no seawall here, the cliff is the only form of defence. And clearly here, the cliff is not doing a great job. Look at it. Last year, you can see the path along would have taken us there, but right now, unless you can jump 15 metres, you ain't getting across there. Tomo, what do you make of this site?
It's really sad.
How many years do you think you give it for the lighthouse, which is about 100 metres away? How long?
I don't know.
Oh. It's one for the archaeologists to figure out, isn't it? And think about it. But look at it, it's quite a sight. Especially in the last year, this would have been...
Oh, this was last year.
Yeah, in 1 year this is gone. Amazing.